Luke Michael Howard here, clinical hypnotist and owner of LUKEnosisHypnosis. And you're probably watching this video because you are one of my clients, and this is the aftercare package you're receiving on amazing techniques in how to gain control of your mind and banish old negative behaviors and emotions, or you've stumbled upon this. Either way, you're about to learn something amazing. It's a technique in how to banish anxiety and panic attacks in the very moment. Now, this technique comes from neuroscience, and what they would understand in neuroscience is when somebody was having a panic attack or an anxiety episode, and they would actually scan their brain in a CAT scan or fMRI machine, only one hemisphere of the brain was being engulfed by blood. Literally, the other hemispheres of the brain was switched off. So it was overcompensating a lot of blood on one side, one hemisphere of the brain. Now, when they could get that blood to disperse to both hemispheres of the brain, it would bring the SUDS, subjective unit of distress, all the way down to a very manageable number. And I'm going to show you how you can do that today. It's very, very easy. Now, I've got this magical ball right here that you might be able to see. It's lit up, but you can use any object. I'm just using this ball because it's great visual, quite frankly. You can use a coffee if you want to do it, but make sure you don't burn yourself, or a water, or whatever you want to use. And all you're going to do is think of the thing, think of the anxiety. This is what you would use actually in the moment. Scale it 0 to 10, 10 being high, 0 being not at all. And once you've got that number inside your mind, all I want you to do is get that object and simply pass it from hand to hand. Keep your head still, you don't need to look anywhere particularly. And as you push it from side to side, make sure you cross that midline point right there. You're not just pushing it from hand to hand, you're not throwing it. No, you've actually got to cross the hemisphere with the hand and the ball. And you just look forward as you're doing this. You might do this for about 30 seconds. And then what I'd have you to do is actually stop and then go back in again and ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 10, where's that anxiety gone now? Now, one of three things happens here. Either it drops completely, in which case you can turn off the video now. That's awesome. Or number 2, it drops radically, but there's still a little bit left, so you might want to do another round with this. Or number 3, it might only drop by 2, but it's still dropped, and you do another round by this. Now, the reason this happens is a thing called bilateral stimulation in the brain. Basically, it's sending that blood that's stored in one area of your brain, causing you to feel anxious, and it's dispersing it to both sides of the brain, and it literally shuts off the anxiety response, making sure again to cross that midline. Now, if you do suffer from anxiety, panic, I'd ask that you do this at least 3 times a day, minimum, for the next 21 to 30 days. Studies show that's what it basically takes to help to rewire your brain into a new way of being. So this is the technique I want you to do multiple times a day. You can even practice getting into that anxiety state and then getting a number and then doing the bilateral stimulation with any object that you want to use. Could be an Evian water bottle, it could be your car keys, your cell phone, or this cool little ball, like so. And then you check in with yourself. I'm sure you'll find this technique is very, very powerful, but it's only as powerful as your ability to use it. If you don't use it, it's absolutely worthless. When you do use it, you'll realize its power. So it's the bilateral stimulation. I've been Luke Michael Howard, clinical hypnotist and owner of LUKEnosisHypnosis. Always believe.